I'll be splitting this video into various sections. The timeline is over here so that you guys can follow along, and I'll be covering most important pointers which are important for us music producers and help you decide whether this beauty is for you or is just a big shiny block of code. So the Mac that I got is the 16 gigs 1TB storage version, and this is kind of where your first checklist starts. So I'll give you a real reason as to why 16 gigs with the Mac Mini M1. If you get 8 gig RAM, and since we use high intensive plugins that store a lot of information on the RAM, you will find your RAM getting filled up very soon, which means your Apple M1 would use your swap memory instead and use your SSD as your temporary location to store information. This can potentially hinder your performance overall, and not to mention you'll have your SSD under constant load all the time. So I always recommend, just like my previous videos, link over here where I explain how to pick up your first laptop, to get a bare minimum of 16 gigs and a 512GB storage. If you have the budget, go for 1TB. It's a known fact that most of the third-party plugins are still not Apple Silicon ready, which means you will run into problems using your M1 machine. But Apple has a handy-dandy feature where you can open your DAW in Rosetta mode, which is an application which is derived from Intel and lets you load in plugins which are not yet Apple Silicon ready. So why did I get this knowing the limitations? As with every tech organization, growth and advancements for better performance is a known fact. Apple has made a revolutionary product, and even though we might face some bugs, issues which are temporary, soon enough every other platform, plugin, app would come onto this platform for better user experience and better performance, so which ensures that everything would be Apple Silicon ready in the future. And knowing the fact that this is an investment, I'm here for the long run, because for us producers, performance does matter. And plus, Rosetta does make these little incompatibilities obscure to the eye. So coming to the actual performance, well, I created a Future Garage track just a couple of weeks back using 30 to 40 tracks, EQs, compressions on every track, rapid, vital, alchemy, granular synthesis, massive reverbs, delays, drums, programming, and I used almost every plugin that I own in my arsenal on this track. And the result was a smooth, no lag, no glitch playback. More importantly, while recording instruments like guitars, I didn't have to crank down the buffer size to 32. I could easily record at 5112 buffer size without any latency, mind you, and also not having the low latency mode activated. That's pretty interesting. On a normal run with mastering plugins engaged, I could see close to about 65% usage of the RAM with all of these plugins engaged, which is quite commendable, to be honest, even on Rosetta. The bounces are fast, there are no lags, and I haven't yet experienced any crashes, sudden crashes, and everything works pretty smoothly. Well, almost. With all things new and disruptive, there are bound to be some bugs and glitches along the way. While running Logic natively, there are no performance issues, but only when you're using stock plugins. If you load in third-party plugins, there are some bugs, some UI glitches, some pops, artifacts, and whatnot. Additionally, I faced some weird UI and very annoying and irritating glitches. The zoom feature would stop working, piano roll would get stuck, while playing the playback head and stopping it, it would just randomly go to another position, and sometimes the playback itself would stop playing. And this was all when running Logic natively with all the plugins engaged. But all these went away, or rather are too far apart in occurrence, when I ran my Logic in Rosetta mode with all the third-party plugins and stock plugins. I didn't find any of these annoying glitches, which also makes you question as to why are you paying so much if all of these annoying little glitches are still there, which is a testament to the fact that the platform is growing. It's evolving for the future. We are actually the perfect beta users of a future technology which would transform the performance capabilities of such machines. And I, for one, want to be a part of this journey, which makes me take a blind eye to these small little annoying glitches which can be fixed, but issues nonetheless. coming to the connectivity, I think this is the best Apple product for us music producers when it comes to connectivity in general. Instead of juggling with multiple hub ports and compatibility issues with external monitors, which comes with the newer MacBook Pros, this one still comes with 2 USB ports, 2 Thunderbolt ports, 1 Ethernet and 1 HDMI port, support up to 2 external monitors for 6K and 4K resolutions, and Wi-Fi plus Bluetooth, which means we can use multiple MIDI devices using the existing USB ports or expand them using USB hubs. This, I think, is the best feature for us music producers, which is often overlooked as non-important. So all in all, I would say this is a great piece of machine for us music producers, but we might have to wait a little bit longer for all of these third-party plugins to get natively working on these platforms. But we can make do with minor glitches using the existing Rosetta, and I don't think for us music producers, it's not a big deal because performance does matter, and this one delivers an amazing performance. Honestly speaking, if you ask me my first impression, it was not that great having invested so much in the modern technology, but I made it work for me, which boils down to the same fact of adaptation. Much like softwares itself, humans also need to adapt to a new ecosystem, and this one is a new ecosystem for me, and I kind of adapted to it, and now I'm enjoying and I want to be a part of this journey when all of these plugins and apps are natively programmed. I want to truly test out this beast when everything runs natively. So should you upgrade? Yes, yes, and yes again. Period. That's it. Reasons? Well, rewind this video. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope this would help you make the decision for you for your upgrade. And if you have any questions, fire away in the comments down below and I'll be happy to get back to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, cheers.